Good morning, everyone. I'll just wait for some people to come in. I know this is last minute and unexpected to have a live stream, especially undone up, but we will wait for some people to get in. I should tweet it out. There has been a lot going on, so we'll get everything figured out and I'll let everybody know where I've been, what's been going on. Oh, these glasses are driving me crazy. I have some announcements to make, all that kind of thing. Recovering from my sunburn slowly. Oh, you can see I'm peeling now, which is gross, but hopefully we'll get some people in. I was going to go live last night, but saw a lot of people going live and I got tired. That's the honesty about it. I got tired. So hopefully, if not, I'll just have to talk to myself and hope people watch this later. So, and if you hear noise in the background, that's hubby. He's loading boxes and stuff, which has to do with our announcement. So but yes, there's been lots of changes since my last video. And I know notifications have not been going out lately for just about anybody. I go to my YouTube and there's like no new videos, but then I go check on the people I watch and there's 3 new videos. So I may have to try this later, but I can't really do it much later because I have boxes in this room that need to get pulled out. So hopefully. Making sure my tweet goes out. My internet and tweets and everything have been kind of sporadic. Mostly because we've been on the road, but just because it is what it is. But nobody's here. I'll start with the small stuff before I make the big announcement. This is going to be the last video, probably, or live stream that is in this room. I'm peeling. Sorry if I get distracted. We are in the process. Shanoa. I'm glad you're here. I have big announcements. There's some changes coming. Life has been chaotic. But yeah, this, we are getting ready to list our house. So this room cannot be a filming studio anymore. This has to be converted back to an office. So my filming location is going to become probably different every video. Because we don't know where we're going to be at any given day. Once we get the house listed, we're essentially homeless, kind of, just because, as anyone with kids would know, trying to show a house for sale while having 2 boys with toys and trying to keep clean after them is near impossible. So between coming here for short periods of time, hi, Tanya. We'll be here sometimes, but this will be an office, no longer my filming area. We'll be in the motorhome. Thank you, Shanoa. We'll be in our motorhome, so that'll be a backdrop. We may be in a rental, which has actually turned out positively. If anybody remembers, a few months ago, I was freaking out because I didn't know what direction we were going. And I know, right, Shanoa? It's like you get one room perfect, and the next thing you know, there's Lego everywhere. And it's like, how the hell, excuse my French, but how the heck am I supposed to keep clean after these little munchkins? But we found some of Bart's relatives, the Lego. I know, it's always the Lego. I'd have to ask Bart how many big moving boxes of Lego we moved out of Thing One's room. It's insanity how much Lego they've accumulated over their lives. But anyway, some of Bart's relatives have moved out of their house and they're now in long-term care. So their house is available. We just don't know at what point, like, are they fully moved out or what, but it's available. So, there were boxes, Shanoa, of Lego, like, and I'm talking the big moving boxes, and then some that he's created, but he doesn't want them to be broken. So his Lego is probably packed more precisely than my makeup. I'll post it on Twitter. I have a picture of all the boxes of my makeup that I've packed already. So yeah, it's going to be chaos. There's my hubby walking by. It's going to be chaos here for the next while. And while it's exciting, it's extremely nerve-wracking. Shanoa says hi, babe. Oh, he didn't hear me. I do have videos. Oh my gosh, the Lego is insanity. And it started out, I would buy them the little kits when they were little to help with their hand-eye coordination and bribery. We haven't sold yet, Tanya. So that's the thing, is we're in the process right now of getting the majority of our stuff out so that we can stage it for selling. And just with kids, it's easier to be out of here while we're trying to sell. So, but yeah, so they'd start with these little kits, but man, you get enough of those little $5 kits and it accumulates and it's crazy, right? But a lot of our plans, our original plan was that we were going to be digging our basement May 1st. That has obviously passed. We have finalized our blueprints, our plans for the house, that kind of thing. But because of COVID, thank you, Shanoa. It's hard to know how quickly our house will sell, how many people are out looking at houses, that type of thing. So we don't really want to commit to starting to build if this hasn't sold, because Lord, there would be nothing worse than like having your basement poured and stuff and then running out of money and not being able to actually build your house and then being homeless. So it's all stressful on that end, but exciting at the same time. And we've got the motorhome already moved up north. So there's that. Shanoa, we will get together. I have put away specifically your palette, so we will have to get together so I can give that to you. If you are one of the ones that have won my giveaways on the last live stream I've done, it has been hard. Shipping places haven't even been open in Okotoks to go into. So please bear with me. You will get it. Just bear with me while we're in this moving, building stage of life. You put your house up to buy another one. I know, right, Shanoa? So it's hard to know if somebody's going to even look, let alone with everybody out of jobs. It's hard to know, is anybody going to have the funds to buy? You know what I mean? Like, so that's all stressful. So all we can do right now is get it on the market at least, right? And be ready, have it looking beautiful. Keep up. There's going to be a lot of trips back and forth if we do. Hi, Rose. Oh, I miss your face so much. It is going to be probably a lot of trips back and forth. We're pretty flexible on price. Like, of course, we know we know what our bottom line is for price. And of course, you know, you list higher, so there's that negotiation. So we'll get the realtor in and see what he thinks is even possible during this time and go from there. But as some of you may know, it is between a 4 and 5 hour drive between here and where we're moving. So no, I haven't made the announcement yet, Rose. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth because I am OCD about my lawn. So even though it won't technically be my lawn anymore, I would be devastated if it looked bad, especially while trying to sell. So there's going to be lots of trips back and forth, making sure this place is still looking good and maintained while we're trying to sell. Am I pregnant? Lord, Rose, why would you wish that on me? No. 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 Are you saying I look fat? Wait a minute, Rose. Do we have an issue? Oh, which leads, oh my gosh. Hey, Bart, do you want to be in here for the funny story of why you said that? He does look like a redneck, but that's who we are. I'm glowing. I have mascara on. That is it. I got a sunburn really bad here the other day when I mowed all my lawn and stuff. But okay, we'll do a funny story before I do the announcement. So here's hubby. There's boxes everywhere. I probably sound very echoey. I don't have anything up.
I'll just squat.
You'll squat. Here's hubby.
Oh, I look like a redneck. I'll just sit with my head low so they can't see. My wife beat her shirt.
Yeah. So, hi, Smudge. I do that every year, Rose. You're on Bart's side. He doesn't even have sympathy anymore for me when I'm in pain. He's like, you burn every year. So anyway.
We just about invited you out for Edo, Shanoa.
Yes.
We were in a big rush.
We were in a big rush. We stopped at Edo in Camrose. So, but anyway, the funny story is.
Rose.
Pardon?
That's Rose.
Beauty Boomers.
Yeah.
Rose. Yeah.
Hi, Rose.
Yeah. So anyway, we've been back and forth between the farm, and thank God, Grandma and Grandpa have kept the boys a couple times. So I quickly grabbed one of our old bags that we used to take on trips and packed their clothes into it quick and sent them to Grandma and Grandpa's. Do you want to finish the story?
No. No, I wasn't here to laugh at you.
So anyway, apparently Bart and I come back here, we're packing, all that kind of stuff. And Grandpa is sitting in his chair.
Watching the kids.
Watching the kids, of course. And I'm sorry, yeah. I'm flaking skin all over him.
Jax comes from the bedroom and kind of almost like he would flick a card. He flicks something out into the middle of the living room. And Grandpa being Grandpa, he just, it must have been a piece of Lego. So he just does nothing. But an hour later, Grandma comes walking in and she sees us on the floor. She goes, what in the hell is this?
So this old bag that I had packed for the boys, there was a condom in it.
Yeah, it was pre-cut.
Your poor thing too has been playing with this and flicks it out.
At least it was still in the wrapper.
Yes, it was. Yeah. So he
wasn't using it like bubblegum.
He flicked it out on the floor, and then Grandpa takes offense, almost like, "It's not mine. It's not mine."
Grandpa's just about eating.
So now, every time we go there, the going joke always is, Jamie with her protection. And
how'd you get a sunburn when you're always packing protection?
Yeah, like everything. Hi, Adele. So now every time we're there, it's like the other morning, we're sitting having coffee and Grandpa throws a condom onto and I'm just like, oh my God, this running joke is going to last forever now.
So she tucked it away in the candy bowl as she was leaving the house the other day. So all their religious Bible thumping friends
are going.
We'll go to Grandpa Mint.
So now
it's a French tickler sitting.
Yeah. So now it's the joke. Hey, Nick. I know, Nick. I haven't gotten any. Okay. I haven't gotten any notifications for any of your videos or live streams or anything lately either. I said at the beginning of the stream, I will go onto my YouTube and I'll have like no notifications. And I'll be like, that's odd that not a single person I'm subscribed to has put out a video. And then I go look under it and there's videos. So I don't know what is going on with all that. But yeah, anyway, you missed the funny... Well, but you did do what was it I saw the other, I have lost track of days. I apologize. You just missed the funny condom story. But anyway, so now anytime I'm around them, every comment has to be about condoms or jokes or it was your new mic. That's what it was. I was listening to your live stream while I was driving. You had gotten your new mic. So And it's the same as last year, sunburnt, which is turning into a tan once I finish peeling. But anyway, so that's been the going joke and stuff that, yeah. So every time I sit down anywhere, it's like his dad is talking about condoms and protection. And then they get going on, oh, I know. And it gets uncomfortable though. Like when he threw this condom at me over coffee, then all of a sudden he's like, well, I better give it to you. I don't want Dawn getting ideas. And it's like, oh, I don't need to think about my in-laws. Like, oh, and even Bart is red. And it's like, Lord have mercy. It's like Bart is cut. There are no more kids in our future. Like, no. Anyway, so yes. So to sum up everything minus the condom story, we are packing. We have our belongings in about 3 different storage units between here and Viking, where we are moving to. Oh my God, we're gonna have condoms by the cartload for my housewarming party. I know it's gonna be interesting. I know. I like to live in a world where my in-laws don't have sex and have never had sex. It's like my husband and his brother were immaculate conception, and I'm just going with that because I don't need to be any more scarred than I already am. So this is going to be the last time you guys see this background, because this is getting converted into an office so that we can list our house and hopefully move on with the building process. If you follow me on Twitter, it's probably very confusing. There are times where I am hauling trees because we had to clear a bunch of section to get our power line put into where we're building. And then the next day I'm here and I'm mowing the lawn. So there have been many miles. Like I said, it's between 4 or 5 hour drive between places. So yeah, there have been many miles put on in the last while. And tomorrow, hopefully will be the somewhat finale of getting stuff moved out that we won't need in the short term. Thank you, Shanoa. One of these, I think, maybe even potentially, don't hold me to it. We're not sure yet if it's just going to be me or Bart and I running back to the farm to pick up the boys, because the boys are with Grandma and Grandpa right now. If it is just, oh hell, even if it is Bart and I, we'll try to plan maybe a coffee. How did I choose Viking? That's where Bart grew up. That's his hometown. So that's how we chose that. It is quite literally the middle of nowhere. I am going to pay good money to see Nick come visit me. First off, trying to get him to Canada is going to be an issue. But I cannot wait to have everything set up and see Nick there. It is literally the middle of nowhere. The nearest town is 20, 30 minutes away, which is Viking. And there's a bank. There's a very small grocery store, a post office. There's a sportsplex, like a curling arena, swimming pool and stuff. Yeah, you and Bart grew up in the same area. So, but I can't wait till the day when I have all my animals there. I want to pay to see Nick, milk a cow or something.
We got one crappy grocery store and 3 beer stores.
Yes.
And 1,000 people.
Yes. How many people are in Viking?
I think it's about 1,000.
1,000 people in Viking. So yeah, 1 grocery store, but 3 beer stores. So we're good. We're good for the housewarming party, which I am going to have. I know I would pay money to see. I want to see Nick milk a cow. I want to see him on a horse. I want to see him playing with miniature donkeys. I want to see him collecting eggs from the chickens. I want to see him play farm boy for a day. Damn, the views I'd get from that. So, but no, I can't wait. I'm excited. And the upsetting, stressful part of it is not knowing. I'll have you know, I do have a photo of me dressed in all camo, not the good kind, holding a crossbow from when you lived in Arkansas. Nick, send me that photo. I need to see it. Proof it didn't happen, and I'm wearing camo. Is that bad? In Oshkosh coveralls. Oh gosh, we'll get him some Dickie jean shorts. See, Dustin, come visit. He'll fit right in. And Oh yeah, and we're of course we're having a shooting range kind of set up more or less off our back deck because that's just the way we run. So I know it's a country girl's right. Like every phone I have ever had, except for this one that I have now, I had the Realtree pink camo case on it. Carhartt. You know what? I love Carhartt makes amazing hoodies, but the best, softest hoodies are Ariat. And I love Ariat jeans and my boots are Ariat. So anyway, so it's just what's unsettling is the not knowing when this is all going to happen, right? Because it'll take at least 6 months to actually like start to finish build the house, right? It'll only take a day to get the basement dug. So that's going to be exciting. I cannot wait. Ariat is awesome. Everybody's all Wrangler, but as far as soft and somewhat fashionable, I think Ariat. And you can get Ariat at PV Mart for the Canadians among us. So I don't know if you have PV Mart in the States or not. So anyway, shall we move on to the announcement? Dun, 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 dun. I have decided that I'm going to start a Patreon. And the reason I'm starting a Patreon is it's going to be hard, of course, to film. Like I am not going to be able to have my whole setup of, you know, my huge light, my tripod, my iPad, my MacBook, all this kind of stuff, right? So I am going to start a Patreon, and it's of course there's going to be beauty stuff in it. And I'm still going to be uploading my beauty stuff to YouTube. On the Patreon, though, I've got to figure out the tiers better. I am going to be documenting, start to finish, this living in a camper rental, being homeless, essentially, building the house, decision processes along the way, all that kind of thing. So based on tiers, I'll need feedback on what you guys think is fair tiers. I know that one of the middle tiers I would like to have would be like exclusive polls that help me design my home. I will put up a tier saying, do you like the white cupboards or the teal cupboards? Like, let's make this a group effort. I'm going to have a big bottom or top bottom tier, however you want to look at this. And I don't know I haven't played with Patreon enough to know, like it would be a one-time thing, but pay that and I will make you an Afghan of your cupboard, I'm reading. I'll make you an Afghan, your color choice, whatever, and I'll send that to you. And that's going to be a Patreon gift, that type of thing. Like I definitely want to give back for my Patreon. I don't want it to look like it's going to be, you know, just, oh, pay me to make content. That's not teal cupboards. Dang, maybe teal, this color. This color is what color I want my cupboards. So I want it to be a very, I can't think words, attractive Patreon. I don't want people to be giving money thinking they're not getting anything back other than, like, of course, there'll be, you know, like you'll get early videos, names on the end of videos, you know, the standard stuff. But I want those middle tiers to be more, yeah, be involved with me in this board and batten. Our outside of our house is going to be board and batten Shanoa. How do you even know that term? I didn't know that term until Bart told me. We found a place in Innisfail, I want to say. And they do like rough wood or raw wood. And we're going to do the outside of it board and batten. And you put a protectant, like not an oil, but a protectant on the wood. And so it's almost going to look almost like abandoned's the wrong word, but like barn board. High poisonous. So that is going to be upcoming. I think I do have the link already for board and batten is, so instead of your siding going this way, it runs up and down kind of. So because like you have to know your area when you're building a house, right? Like we've all driven through those middle of nowhere rubber boot towns and there's a mansion on the hill. And it's like why would you build that house here? And you know everybody in town, like they're the talk of the town, and it's like, who do they think they are, right? So we want, and both Bart and I, like I want, the way I'm envisioning has, oh, congratulations, send all my congrats on graduating, Poisonous. I don't, and it's hard to figure out what your design style is, right? Like I like country, but not all the country. So mine's almost like country beach, cottage design feel, right? Actually, this color. This is what color I want my, that's what color I want my cupboards. You guys are all like, ew, already. Barn door hinges for your cupboards. That's exactly what we're looking for. So it looks very farm, but yet with the turquoise and the white and stuff, it's going to have a beachy feel. Does that make sense? But like I said, yes, Tiffany blue. I love Tiffany's. And you know what's funny? I have 2 pairs of glasses from Tiffany's, and that's all I own from Tiffany's. That is it. Okay, Smudge, what? See, I call this turquoise. Bart and I had this debate. He's like, it's blue. And I'm like, well, but it has a bit of green in it, and it's farm clean. Yeah, like that's what I like, a farm beach cottage. Hi, Bruce. Oh, well, then you put the don't tell anyone right after I announce you're here. Love you, Bruce. I have been loving your content. I'm so sorry I missed your live. We have been making miles. We're in the process of moving to be homeless, but or living in our motorhome or whatever. So when I can, I listen to live streams and stuff while I'm driving because it's a 4 or 5 hour drive one way. But so yeah, so that's my big announcement is I'm going, and this Patreon as well. Like I'll be documenting the build, of course. Oh, you tweeted and added a bonus. Oh my God, Nick. Well, is that supposed to be a chainsaw, Nick? It's itty bitty tiny. He's so cute. Oh my God, Nick. What was your, what I love it. Thank you, Nick. You've made my day. Now, it's a funny story about chainsaws. Growing up, my father was a logger, right? So I grew up around, I don't actually use the chainsaw. It's just for photo ops. Oh my God. It's, oh my God, that's going to make me laugh. So growing up, the chainsaws I was accustomed to seeing and using all had bars that were like, 3 feet long and bigger. And so I remember the first time we had to use a chainsaw here, and Bart's like, oh no, I got a chainsaw, and he pulls it out, and I'm like, oh, he's so cute, it's little, right? Not realizing that that's the normal person's chainsaw, right? But, oh my gosh. Oh, that made my day.
It's not the only thing she's pulled out and said that about.
Peanut gallery. Aren't you supposed to be working?
I am working. Also got to defend myself.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so end of I don't know, chapter. Oh, and I was gonna say, I know mine is bigger than yours, Nick. I thought it'd be bigger. It's a grower, not a shower. Is that the deal? So anyway, also with the Patreon, because of course, building a house hopefully only takes 6 months. And I'm going to kind of be doing more lifestyle stuff on that channel, like on that. And I'll be releasing it to YouTube too as well. But, it'll be early on Patreon, something like that. Because I'm going to be refinishing furniture. I'm going to be building some stuff, refinishing stuff. There's just going to be a lot of that thing going on, right? Oh, have a great day too, Bruce. Take some time off. Don't let all that craziness, I'm not even gonna comment on it, bite my tongue, get to you. Insanity, craziness, vileness, whatever. But so yeah, so there's going to be a lot of the how to refinish a piano with milk paint. And a lot of it I'm going to be learning. So it'll be a learn with me, do with me kind of thing. And it's going to be a lot of, yeah, what to do when the doors you picked out don't fit your house, or how to make something work in your house stuff. It's like of course, everybody knows I'm so passionate. I love my makeup. I love my beauty stuff. And that's what I'm saying, Nick. I'm going to be putting it on my channel, but I'm going to be doing a Patreon as well. So that in the Patreon side, I'm going to be having exclusive polls, like what color should my cupboards be? Should I do wood floors this way or this way? What kind of wood should I? It's going to be a very interactive Patreon. It's going to be a help me build my house kind of thing. So, and I will eventually release it to YouTube, but it's just going to be kind of one of those, I want to give back to the Patreons. So like the biggest tier is going to be, I don't know how much, I haven't figured it all out yet, but it's going to be pay it once, and I am going to send you an Afghan in the color pattern you want. I'll make it to you and I'll send it to you. And that kind of thing, right? I want to give back. I want to give back to everyone. So, but yeah, it's going to be very much lifestyle. Sorry, as I'm peeling my skin. Ooh, yummy. Lifestyle stuff there. And it's, I don't know, it's going to be embracing the chaos. The frustrations that come with building a house, the good parts about building a house. And I've already got stakes figured out in the field so that every single day at the same time, I can take a picture from these points and see the progress day by day of building the house. And then we can keep it going on the Patreon. I can show how to make sauerkraut, how to do pickles, how to can meat, how to do pierogies, all that kind of stuff, right? So you want an Afghan, how much? Let me figure out what a fair price is. Like I said, I need to know from you guys what fair prices are. How many tiers should a person have on a Patreon? Like I'm only a member of 3 Patreons, so I don't really know. But, you know, like I'd mentioned, pierogies. Oh, I make the best pierogies, Smudge. I was told this past weekend, though, that Grandma's apple crisp is better than mine, and I do agree, but I make the world's best pierogies. And fight me, I do. So, where was that? What was I saying? I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, Patreons. So, you know, there's going to be the standard stuff, like getting your name on the end of every one of my videos, early access to videos, that type of thing, right? So, oh, Smudge, well, we'll see. We'll have to have a pierogi cook-off. I'm shedding too, sorry. I'm also wanting to do some different type of collabs on that channel. So Shanoa, how open are you to going to a tattoo place in Camrose and getting tattoos? That type of thing. Like I want to diversify while keeping it lifestyle beauty. You know what I mean? So, oh, I make great buns. I have a 3-ingredient bun recipe that'll blow your mind. It is so easy and so delicious. But yeah, like I want, you're down. And the only reason I thought of that, Shanoa, was when we were going through Camrose the other day, I was pulling our big trailer. So that was going to be my first vlog. It's like, yeah, here I am. I'm driving a 3/4 ton GMC pulling the equivalent of like a 3-horse trailer through town. But I was like, what? Lotus Tattoo? I didn't realize there was a tattoo shop in Camrose. So, hey. But my poor tattoo is sunburnt. But anyway, the nearest airport to Viking is Edmonton. So, hey Bart, how far of a drive is it from the Edmonton airport to, say, our farm? An hour and 15-minute drive. So I guess I can ask Shanoa instead of yelling at my husband too, because Shanoa knows where Viking is. So yeah, Shanoa, plan on it. You're going to, but I put this on Twitter the other day, Rose. The downside is the town of Viking has like one hotel and it's clean, but it's definitely not the Ritz. So it's one of those, okay, you can stay at a nice place in Edmonton, but then it's an hour and 15 drive there and back kind of thing. Or stay in Viking, which is only 20 minutes away, and it's clean, but that's about all I can say about it. But there are 3 beer stores in Viking. So, oh yeah, that's right, Camrose. Camrose has hotels. Shanoa would be the one to hit up about hotels in Camrose. I know, oh, what's the one? I only know of the one. 5 trucker hotels. It's probably a trucker hotel I know about Shanoa. It's the one right before the turnoff to Viking. Exactly. And of course, should you choose, depending on how many people I have at my place at a time, we'll have the motorhome. You can stay in my motorhome, put up a tent, whatever. We've got like ample space to pass up somewhere. Oh, right. BVJ is Bow Valley Jamboree, and it's a big country music festival in Camrose. I've been once. Don't remember a whole lot of it. There's pictures. I should post those pictures. But yeah, it's a wild time at Bow Valley Jamboree. And who knows, right? Like if our house is done getting built in December, that's obviously not going to be a good time to have a housewarming party inviting people from Florida to Canadian December. It's one of those, might have to plan. And who knows, like we do have plans of having cute little guest house and stuff, but of course, financially, the plan of attack is getting the actual house built. So all festivals are canceled, but they need thicker skin. Canadian December, too darn cold. But the funny thing is, Tanya, is December actually isn't even the coldest month. I would have to say that in Canada, February tends to be the bitterest month. But anyway, maybe the house will be built in the winter. See, Smudge agrees. Maybe the house will be built and there'll be an open invitation. Should you feel like coming and experiencing Canadian winter, come visit. But the housewarming I will have in the summer where we can, sit around a fire, drink, and have fun. Start a lot of sentences with, hey, I'll watch this. And Nick, if you come visit, you have to bring your camo. I will expect that. Anything below 40 Fahrenheit is too cold. I don't know what 40 Fahrenheit is in Celsius. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Siri's ignoring me. Hey, Siri. What is 40 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
40 degrees Fahrenheit is 4.4 degrees Celsius.
That's still in the positives, Tanya. My goodness. We're playing outside. Like I'm in shirt sleeves at -10. So anyway, so those are the announcements anyway, is the last time seeing this background, and same in Denmark. January is the worst. Yes, Denmark. Bart's family is of Norwegian descent. Where's Norway in comparison to Denmark? I'm a geologist, not a geography person. Talk to me when you're here at -40. Oh, I know. Well, and where I grew up, which is even further north than Viking by another 4 or 5 hours, like it was not uncommon to have minus 50 days. And it used to suck because our nearest big city was Grand Prairie. And that is where the school division was out of. So it would be minus 39 in Grand Prairie. So school would be a go because they only canceled school at minus 40. But out where I grew up would be like minus 50 something. Birkin's getting his nuts removed and extra teeth pulled on Wednesday. Oh, poor little man. Give him lots of love. So, poor Dave Birkin. I'll be thinking about Birkin. Canadian Christmas, Ice Castle Festival, sledding, skiing, great fun, perfect. It is a perfect time for guests, so long as they like the cold. Like what we're kind of planning, because both Bart and I are very much outdoorsy people. The boys are outdoorsy people when they want to be. Like we can have snowshoe tracks, cross-country skiing tracks, shooting areas. There's a couple of sloughs now, but there'll be dugouts that are going to freeze over so we can have our own ice skating rinks, hockey rinks, whatever. And in the summer, you'll be able to swim in them. So it's you can experience pretty much all of Canada except for collecting maple syrup where we're moving. So it'll be awesome. I can't wait. It's just the uncertainty part now of this house needs to sell for us to be able to move ahead. So everybody cross your fingers for me. Prayers, good vibes, everything. So yeah. Of course we're having Saskatoon bushes, actually I've already scoped out the majority of them. Every time I'm up visiting the in-laws, it's like, there's a Saskatoon bush, there's a Saskatoon bush. Oh, the place is lousy with Saskatoon bushes. And even to this day, like I remember as a kid where I grew up, there was so many Saskatoon bushes and I would just be blue or purple, right? And it's like, no, I wasn't eating anything. I'd just be out at Saskatoon bushes. And to this day, I'm like that. It's like we go down to the cemetery, which is on our land, kind of. And yeah, it's like, oh yeah, grandma and grandpa, Saskatoons. Like, so yes, I will be making a lot of probably Saskatoon jam and Saskatoon syrup and Saskatoon pies and all that kind of stuff too. So Shanoa, I will keep you stocked. Yes. And we're kind of planning, like we're trying to think, because it's so exciting to be able to plan our yard and stuff, right? It's not moving on to somebody else's idea. Like when we moved here, it was horrendous. Like you've seen pictures of my yard on Twitter. There was almost no good grass. It was all molehills. Trees were in the most asinine places or dead and still planted, all that kind of stuff, right? So it has taken all this time to get this yard nice, to get rid of trees, put trees in where they should be, nurse trees back to health. It's been a lot of work, a lot of landscaping, right? So it's going to be so amazing we just have an open field, right? So we get to decide where our driveway goes. We get to decide where we plant trees, where we have ponds, where the garden's going to go, all that kind of stuff, right? And so Bart and I have been talking, and as far as trees, like there's quite a few little sloughs or dugouts that are going to be on our land, and we want to just have those lousy with willows and Saskatoon bushes around them. What are you doing with all your wood? We made burn pits for most of it. Right now, we have bush piles. Like all that wood I showed you guys, all those trees. There was about, I think I only posted one load. There's about 4 of those loads of those trees just from clearing where the power lines went. So they're in a pile not too far away from where we're going to be building, but it's also green, right? And fire bans have been on and off and whatnot. So we'll figure it out. We do have some good sized trees too on the other side of the road that Bart fell. And those will buck up and let dry out and have for firewood. So, but we were talking anyway, and like we want native trees and anything fruit bearing, right? Like we'll have raspberry bushes, Saskatoon bushes, I know those green, really sour crab apples. I know they're probably not native, but they grow well. Make the kids a little log cabin. That would be fun, actually. And especially with the ones that are only about this big around, you could almost weave it. That would be a cool idea. Cherries. Will cherry trees grow, Shanoa? Are you talking choke cherries? I know choke cherries will grow, but not real cherries. I guess they're still real cherries, but you know what I mean. But yeah, like native fruit. And our garden will be big because it is. And okay, Shanoa, you and I are going to have to put our heads together here. You're going to have to let me know what grows good. Like I have only lived either in southern Alberta or very, very, very northern Alberta. So this whole middle of Alberta thing is all new to me, right? So pears? Hello, leave. I am so sorry I can't pronounce your name, and I've only had one coffee. Garcia. Mr. Garcia. I can't see your picture. It's so small on my computer. So yeah, we're going to be planting a ton of the native fruit trees, willows. Like we want it to be just an oasis. I've said this before, like even planning the inside of my house, I want it to be an oasis. I want it, but I don't want it to be that sterile. You know what? It's so hard to describe. I want people to be able to walk in my door and feel at home. Everything will be very pristine, but not that modern stainless steel. It's hard to describe. You need pear trees to help pollinate other trees. So yeah, that's like I have been very lucky with any trees that I've planted. Like my green thumb comes with irises, these Japanese cherry trees that I planted. I don't know, but the tape. I think I took it downstairs to close up. Oh no, we're always looking for tape, but no, I'm just excited. And like our lawn here in pictures, it all looks smooth. I should do a time-lapse video actually of me mowing. It is so rough. Like you're on that mower and just crazy. Okay, I'll teach you how to not kill plants and you teach me how to oak trees, Shanoa. So it's going to be amazing. I'm just so excited to have like a flat, smooth yard. Like, or not flat, so there's going to be hills because it is quite a rolling area, but smooth, where I don't feel like my biscuits are going to bounce off. So, but our biggest hurdle, I think, was actually settling on our floor plans even, right? Like everything started so grand, but then it's like, but do we need that? We don't. And the area, it would be ridiculous to build a mansion there. And like for both of us, we would rather have a smaller home, the space is utilized well, than this huge home with wasted space. So yeah, and it's, I still get my little beauty area off the bathroom, but I'm also going to have a fair size sewing room, which I think is going to multi-purpose as my filming area. So it's going to be, and my pantry is the same size as my kitchen, just about. It's called a working pantry. So I'm going to have cupboards. I'm going to have a great big island. So when I'm making pies and pierogies and stuff, and it'll have a door. So my actual kitchen can still look clean, and somebody drops by unannounced, I close that barn door and all my mess is hidden. A secret room or two. I wanted a secret room too, and Bart laughed at me. That's exactly right. The more square meters, the more cleaning. And I'm not about that life anymore. So, but yes. But it's going to be nice because, of course, everything has to come in stages. Get the house built, of course. And then it'll be Bart needs a shop, and I'm all for it. He needs man land. So whether it's a shop or whether it's a shop/barn built together, and then where do you put that? Like I've got 2 areas in my mind for barnyards. So it's like, which barnyard is all this going into? And of course, with the barn, there'll be the loft, but part of that loft is going to be game room / office kind of. And yeah, well, and see, and that's it, right? Like people will be like, oh, it's a barn. Whereas upstairs, maybe upstairs in our barn, the least unassuming building, that might be where the big TV and gaming system, and send the kids to do all their loud stuff there. That can be their secret room. It's like, get out of my house, my tranquility spot. So, but anyway, guys, I told Bart I would only be on here for an hour because we've got a lot of stuff to do. Hi, Dee. Dee from the NB network. Go subscribe to her. Okay, who has channels? If you have a channel, oh, bye, Tanya. Love you too, Dee. If you have a channel, put one in the chat. I've never been one to not shout everybody out. I love the idea of everybody helping everybody. Bruce has a channel. He was here earlier but had to go. Of course, Nick has a channel because why wouldn't he? It's so fun. Everybody the one day talking about how hot Nick is, and all I could say was, I picture Nick like my brother. It's like to try to picture him like that OnlyFans. Like, I can't do it. I see him as a brother, even though he's probably young enough to be my, well, maybe not quite young enough to be my, well, it depends where you grew up. Where I grew up, maybe he's young enough to be my son. But anyway. So yes, put a 1 in the chat if you would like to. Put it out there that you have a channel, and everybody go subscribe. So I apologize. Things are going to be a bit sporadic, but I will be around. I'm going to get the tiers set up for my Patreon, and I'll announce it on Twitter when I have it all finalized. And yeah, I'm excited for this journey, and I'm very, very, very excited to bring you all along. And I can't wait to see your guys's has sock and talk. That's right. Smudge. I can't wait to get your guys' feedback and input and ideas. It's the collaboration of minds, right? Like how many times we looked at plans and it's like, that's the plan. I love it. And it has everything. And then you look at it 2 days later, it's like, we didn't put a closet in the master bedroom. What? Or things you didn't think of, like this working pantry. I would have never thought of that. And then all of a sudden, now that somebody mentioned it, it's like, why wouldn't you? Why did I not think of that? Yes, Rose has a channel. Where's Rose? So, so yes, I do have to sign off. It has been 52 minutes. So I do have to go take one last look at my background. And, we'll be seeing you from different locations at different times and how it is. So thank you guys so much for being here. Lots of love. I miss you all. And here's to a new chapter. Bye, guys.